because I have to say, when I was back in high school, which was quite a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I think, one of the most influential books that I got to read was Cứ đi để lối thành đường, just travel and the road will appear. That's my rough translation of it. And it was a book on careers and developing your own vision of your future careers for students like myself. And Phoenix was the author. So can you tell us a little bit about your book and also your time working as a career expert?
The book, yes, the book. I actually, in my experience, I don't publish book because I like to publish book. Usually, most of the time, the book that was published because somebody pushed me to do it. And in this time, my students inside and outside of RMIT University told me that, you know, whatever you share on Facebook, whatever you share when you talk to us, you have to put it down somewhere. There's a single point of truth where whenever we need, we have access to it. And Phoenix, you have to understand that there are people outside of Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi who really need to read what you share. So please put it down in writing. And then, you know, chị Dương Ngọc Hân at First News is a wonderful woman, and I told her about that request, and together we made that book. I have to give credit of the title to my partner, my husband, because I am so bad with naming things. I would call it just the book, you know, and then we brainstormed, and then we thought about, and then he talked about, oh, you always use ways and career path and street and knowing how, and you know, and we brainstormed, and then we came up with, he really liked a phrase from Lỗ Tấn of saying, trên thế giới làm gì có đường, cứ đi thì mới thành đường thôi. And then for some reason, somehow we came to the title of the book. And the story behind it is really, I was for a long time, since 2009 until the book was published, the message that I had to continuously give to my students, the young people, the audience, and the parents of them was, you know, there's no methodology, there's no single answer, there's no absolute correct way of choosing a career, an occupation, a way to earn income. You have to discover it slowly. It's like evolving. It's like a plant, a tree, an organism that day by day it evolves and develops into something. Who tell me that they really enjoy the stories in the book, and parents too. And so I'm very, I work on it so that next year I can have a new version of the book with stories updated from the moment I published until now. You know, it's really interesting that the stories are the same. The people are different, but the stories, no, the stories are not the same. The stories are different, but the message behind is still the same.
The essence.
Yes, the essence of it, the core. Yeah. So that's a long answer to your question, Thảo Tâm, but whenever I talk about the book, I'm so excited because it was published, I think 5-6 years ago, and yes, people still find it very useful. And so I'm really happy.